We had one state championship, one state runner-up, 3 region championships. We have 8 all-state athletes and 21 all-region athletes. You're going to hear the highlights of each team from their coaches, in addition to each student athlete receiving a certificate, and then the announcement of our 2 award winners from each program. Special thanks to our administrators, Peter Eustace and Annie Jives, my assistant, Richard Holland, our athletic trainer, Matt Noel, our team doctor, Dr. Bill Rosenblum, our maintenance crews for setting up all our home contests, Booster Club, the teachers who support the kids at contests home and away, our parents and especially our team parents, and of course our student athletes for supporting each other and providing great school spirit throughout the fall. And of course our coaches, some of which are not here today: Richard Holland, Amber Palermo, Harry Batchelor, Rich Bland, Jimmy St. Louis, Connie Spearman, Tracy Long, Jeff Williams, Jeannie Williams, Dale Schmuck, and Hannah Rogers. Thank you very much. Aside from a couple of new students here in the upper school, I think we all know the routine that we have. Please hold your applause to the end, and we'll just do our normal after each student athlete being called up here. It's now, without further ado, my pleasure to introduce Harry Batchelor with varsity football.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, I was going down the hallway earlier this week, and 2 students stopped and asked me and said, "Coach, is the assembly on Thursday or Friday?" I said, "Thursday." And I started walking away, and I said, "Coach, what are you going to say?" I said, "What do you mean?" They said, "You only won 1 game." So, I said, yeah. But my point is, last year at this time, we didn't even know we were going to have a team. But with the help of the students, the players, the coaches, parents, teachers, and administration, y'all wanted a team and you rallied and got one. That's more than anything to win. I want to thank y'all. Give yourself a round of applause. That said, getting back to the winning, if you judge us by the wins, we didn't have a good season, but this is high school football. And for those that anything to do with football for know what I'm talking about, especially high school. We're not the NFL where you got the 250 pounds made of steel going to each other at warp speed and making millions of dollars, and they risk their lives and bodies for that. That's their choice. We're not the college level even, which is pretty cool. We're a small time high school football. And when I say small time, I'm not mocking our program, because we have won state championship, we've won region championships, and we've sent more players to the college level to play the last 3 years than any other school in the area, college or private. So, what I like most about high school football, I love it, it's just, I'm a firm believer there's nothing else around that can teach these kids life lessons. Because when they get out in the real world, it can be a tough world out there. You'll get slapped in the face a few times. But all the life lessons they learn in football, and I know they learn it in other sports, and I coach other sports as well, but there's nothing like football to learn life lessons. And they're going to be able to deal with things a little better. And especially when you go through a season like we did this year, when you only win 1 game, it's just like going through tough times, and they had to manage. And they really surprised me each week, showing up each week, preparing to win, planning to win, working to win, and then expecting to win. So I'm extremely proud of these guys. I'm kind of getting off track talking about football, but I just wanted to get that in. Last year I made a mistake of 1 goal. It was kind of an unspoken goal, because and it was to win a state championship. And what happened when we didn't, because it's very tough to win a state championship, is that we had a little empty feeling, because we weren't able to acknowledge and recognize all the other great accomplishments we've done. That team last year, some of those guys had coached 8 years, both middle school and high school, and we built up for that. So this year, we set realistic goals. We knew it was going to be a tough season. The number 1 goal was to have fun, and I think we did. We had a lot of fun out there. I had fun coaching them. I told people I had more fun coaching this group than last year's team. So records have nothing to do with it. I had fun most of the days, right? Most of the days. Another goal was get better every day, which I mentioned these kids did. They worked at it extremely hard. A third goal was community service. This group has provided more community service than any other team I've had here in the last 9 or 10 years. They participated during the summer. During the summer, they did community service at all sports soccer camp that a former student runs, and some people in here help out. That was a lot of fun. They went down to the lower school and helped with the football program there once a week during the fall, along with the middle school. A couple of them put together a card. We signed it for a couple of kids that were injured from that terrible incident when the kid hit the live wire during football practice. So that and some other things. I'm extremely proud of their community service. As far as the season, we had a great summer. Our 7-on-7 team was great. We defeated about every private school and public school in the area. But then we had to put pads on and hit and tackle. Things kind of changed. But obviously the highlight was the Bethlehem Christian. If you were at that game, I mean, who's going to forget Hunter Ross' interception? And Lynn Owens' kickoff return, the determination and grit. I mean, I just watched it slow motion, and I knew it was going to happen. But that just sums up his whole personality. To get us down there to kick that winning field goal by Mark Adams. So that was extremely fun. What some people don't realize, some other things that happened, if you look at the film, the last play of the game, people like John Bottle made a great hit and tackle on the guy that made that illegal pass, or they definitely knew they had an incredible comeback. That was a fun, and just, we talk about awards and rewards for working hard. That was our big paycheck of the year. We had a lot of accomplishments. Our quarterback went over 2,000 yards. He was named to the GISA All-Star Game. Hopefully he'll get some more awards and play with some other teams. He was just accepted to play at Furman. We had 4 leading receivers in the area: Lawson, Glenn, Escroft, and Bailey. And we got one more game this Friday night. I'm hoping everybody can come out, rain, sleet, or snow, and support us and help us on. Again, we just never put together a total game. These guys are capable of doing it. It's just when you put together a team at the last moment, which we did, you just make the best of it. And that's why I appreciate the kids. To wrap it up, Coach Holland, I want to ditto his thank yous to save a little time, but I have a few additional ones. Saul Weinberger and Miss Holiday, they did some outstanding work with stats. That's usually the work of 4 or 5 people. And theirs with NFL caliber, some incredible work, and I appreciate their doing that for me. Thank you for the teachers that participated in the student athlete and the citizens nominations during the year. That's pretty cool to add that. Thank you to the managers, Lee, who's been with us a long time. She's doing play as well, but she's always there on Fridays and been with us many years. Mary Francis, who's our rock this year, as our manager, and of course Peanut came when she could, when she worked around cheerleading in her studies. So thank y'all. Thank you to my teen parents. Again, it's a whole different year. I've lost that senior group that I've been with for many years. I also lost a teen parent that I had 7 years. Also lost coaches, 3 coaches. One I had 12 out of the last 14 years. He even coached me in Atlanta. So a huge change with these 2 parents. Miss Cannell, Miss Cannell, and Miss Magruder stepped up and did a lot of things. I want to thank them. Thank you to Mr. Clark, Adrian's dad, for the end zone film. He traveled away with us. Thank you to the cheerleaders and Miss Williams. It's always great to see their smiling faces out there and their support. Mr. Chris Gay, who's been a great pickup for Augusta Prep, doing great work, and loved having him on board. The chain crew, the live streaming crew, who also came and did the practices, film practice. Thank you to Mr. Lutz for being our announcer, Molly Joseph and her group for bringing some spirit out there, and last but not least, thank you to the players for all y'all have done. I'm sorry, my assistant coaches, as mentioned before, Coach Holland Schmott, former player Jimmy St. Louis, the middle school coaches, Coach Miller, Coach Hunt, and can't pass this opportunity up. Never mind. Thank you to Coach Holiday. I get emotional. We'll save that for another day. So I'm not going to talk about him. All right, we're going to bring these guys up and give them 2 claps. And here we go with the 9th graders. Wiley Brooks. Adam Bussey. Adrian Clark. Charles Goodell. And Eric McLean. Very talented ninth grade group. We have a very talented eighth grade group, about 10 players. They finished second in the area. So I think them coming up with these guys is going to help us really improve next year. Our 10th grade lone player, Grant Kennedy. Our lone new player, new student, Mark Adams, 11th grade. Lawson Batchelder. John Bobbitt. Marshall Magruder. Greg Morris. Our seniors, Colin DeGraff. McNeil Davis. Jacob Dobie. Jake Esra. Justin Meddings. Glenn Owen. Eddie Perez. Dominic Ramos. Hunter Roth. Bailey Adams. Henry Chu. Golden Carnes. We had a meeting the other day with the region and cross region. And move down a bit, please. And to vote on all region players. Very difficult to get voted, especially when you only have one win, but they were very respectful of our talent that we have. We had 3 honorable mention. This guy unfortunately had an injury most of the season, reoccurred injury. Love the guy to death. Just wish him best of life. For all, again, life lessons, all he's gone through in sports is going to pay off somewhere down the road. He's going to be able to deal with it, and that's Bailey Adams. Freshman who's had to start at running back with us and just did a great job for us, Adam Bussey. Another one, the coach just recognized on film from the other group, and I'm so happy they did. He's got 100% go motor. Grant Kennedy. We got all region. We were fortunate enough to have 5 all region. First one, a senior who just was dependable, jumped right in, did some great stuff. I joke every day, he's the only kid that understands me when I say something. We're on the same page except Pooch Dicks. That's Jake Escrow. Our leader, our quarterback, Justin Meddings. My man, Glenn Owens. We have a special leader. Guy has been here since 5th grade, one of our leaders. Really turned it on after the Trinity game. Just probably could have been up there with the top lineman we've ever had, Eddie Perez. Last but not least, one letter off from being my nephew, Lawson Batchelder. That's it. That coach's board, right? Managers, hey, y'all come up here. Give me Cameron Ali. Give me what's your name? Mary Frances Ingram. And Peanut. Again, I mentioned them earlier. They're great. They had other things to do. When you're a school this small, everybody's doing different things, and I appreciate their help. Coaches Award. We, last year, this was the first time. Last year was very easy. I went to a guy named Glenn Owen and Clayton Siegler. I mean, boom. All the other years, you hear coaches saying it's the toughest thing to do, and this year was one of the toughest. Before I do this, freaking forgot her last name. Taylor Hunt, come up here, Taylor. She came out and did a lot too. I'm so good. One of those doing 3 other things. But this year we narrowed down to any 8 kids could have won this coaches award. It goes for different things. But we went with the first guy is a senior. Our offensive line, you know, we get blamed for struggling with our offensive line, but we probably had the best offensive line last year. They all graduated except Eddie. And so they struggled, but they kept working. And it's funny, at the end of the season, when we're talking as coaches, all the offensive linemen were talked as coaches award, just for the effort. But this guy is a senior who's sat behind the other last year's group for 3 years, waiting his turn, kept working. We're undersized, outstrength, had to play center, and that just adds another duty to just, instead of blocking, it's a very tough position. But the thing about it is very coachable. You could chew him out and he'd let it roll off his shoulders. You could praise him, he wouldn't get big-headed. He would just say, yes, sir, and keep working and keep working. Beginning of the season, I had several people, you're going to change your center, you're going to change your center, because the balls are flying all over the place. And he kept working. In fact, he brought someone in to work with him, and he just wanted to do a good job, not let his teammates down. Just one of the great attitudes, and probably one of the most best kids I've ever known in Colton Carnes. I used to have hair like that, I promise. The other guy, he's a junior, right? So luckily we're going to have him back. And just like Colton, he had perfect attendance during the summer. Just like Colton, he worked his tail off. Yes, sir, no, sir. And was outside that man. And he and I are pretty close, church and other things. And excuse my language, but he used to be a little turd head. And he's grown to be a much better kid along the road. And he knows what I'm talking about now. John Butler, come on. That was me. I'm sorry. I just meant, he's really developed into a great young man. I'm proud of him and love him. Glad to be in his life and glad he's in my life. This is your 2018 football team that, again, last year we didn't think it was going to happen, but thanks to everybody, it happened. Thank you.
Next up is Coach Williams and Coach Long with varsity cheerleading.
Good morning. This year's AP varsity cheerleaders started their season with a week-long summer camp featuring UCA guest instructors, Zumba classes, team building and airstrike, and many other things. During camp, we challenged the girls to evaluate their individual strengths and weaknesses, as well as our goals as a squad. Our squad of 24 girls took those goals seriously, and I believe it helped them to have an extremely successful season. As a squad, the girls learned over 70 cheers, 4 halftime dances, 2 which were choreographed by our very own Anna Sims, and multiple band dances that helped to boost the spirit of those attending the football games. They worked with the Student Section Club to coordinate themes for the home football games, and truly appreciated the crowd and student participation at all of our games. But I think if you ask them what they're most proud of, it would be their leadership in planning and coordinating this year's pep rally. It was a huge success. And we appreciate the involvement of all of the students who participated. A big thank you to our cheer parents for your support, enthusiasm, and participation both with our team and as Booster Club members. We stocked that concession stand pretty well with volunteers, so thank you for that. We'd like to send big hugs to Miss Leela Stallworth and Miss Baitla Pipkin for being our cheer mom representatives. They took great care of us this season, so thank you, ladies. We would also like to say a thank you to Coach Holiday, Mr. Jives, Mr. Hustis, all of the football coaches, the players, and the football parents for your support throughout the season. We absolutely love being a part of your team. I know that every member of the cheer squad is proud to be a spirit leader, and we, Coach Long and I, are super proud to be your coaches. We're honored to acknowledge your hard work, your dedication, and your effort today. So we'd like to start with our freshmen, our two freshmen, Miss Margot Antognelli and Miss Ruthie Magruder. And our sophomore members, our first is absent today. She's out sick, Miss Emmy Blanchard, Miss Sophie Crawford, Miss Jessica Dobie, Miss Emma Kendrick, and Miss Emma Catherine Leroy. And we have quite a few juniors. Last year we had 6 juniors participating, and our goal last year was we said bring somebody with you next season that you think would be a good fit, and all of them brought someone. So this year we have 13 juniors participating, which means we have an awesome group coming up for next year. Our juniors this year, Miss Tilly Barker, Miss Mia Kayaffa, Miss Kaylin Cloutier, Miss Sosie Connolly, Miss Evelyn Kitchens, Miss Carson McCullum, and the list goes on. Miss Anna Moldovan, Miss Victoria Pidcock, Miss Ruth Roberts, Miss Nina Shaver, Miss Anna Sims, Miss Lucy Stallworth, and Miss Josie Stevens. I think that's almost the entire girls section of the junior class. That's awesome. And unfortunately, this year we do have to say goodbye to 4 very special seniors. Even though Coach Long and I only got to coach them for 2 years, we love these girls dearly, and we're going to miss them terribly. So our Captain Jordan Brooks, Miss Megan Gentry, Captain Elizabeth Pipkin, and Captain Eliza Williams. I'd like to go on record as saying George just pinched me as she walked by. That is not appropriate. Just kidding, we love her. All right, and as you can imagine, with 24 girls, it's super hard to pick just 2 that you'd like to give an award to. We will have a little end of the season celebration where they all get something special. We give them their own titles, but for today, we have the privilege of giving out 2 awards. This year's Coach's Award goes to a special young lady. She's filled with energy and loves to laugh, but she also knows when to take things seriously in order to accomplish whatever the goal is that we may be working on. She works with her peers both in and outside of practice, as well as her coaches, to make sure that we stay on track and are putting together our best work. She takes the feedback that she's given and uses it to help her team continue to grow and be successful, especially when learning new dances. Her creativity shines in every one of our halftime performances. This year's Coach's Award goes to Miss Anna Sims. And our Caviar Award goes to another exceptional young lady who knows how to come up with an idea and execute it. She's a natural-born leader, and this shows on the field, at practice, and in her other roles on campus. She always supports her teammates with both kindness and enthusiasm. She has a willingness to help each individual on our team to guarantee the success of our program, offering positive feedback to her teammates, helpful suggestions, and especially encouragement. And even while juggling a heavy academic load, she manages to find the time to keep us all in check. And with 24 girls, that can be quite a challenge. Her drive and passion for performing on the stage has helped her to lead her peers on the field too. The Cavalier Award goes to Miss Eliza Williams. And this is your 2018 Varsity Cheerleading Squad. Thank you.
Next up is Connie Spearman and Rich Bland with JV and varsity girls volleyball.
Hello, it's my great pleasure to coach this year, the JV team. I would like to thank Amy Nesbitt for being our team mom and organizing things for us. Brianna Chinchuli for being our team manager and helping us with drills and practice. And to Tom Holiday, thank you for giving me the opportunity to coach at Augusta Prep. So I'd like to call up our team members. May Wallace Baker, Ava Chinchuli, Elizabeth Nesbitt, Sophia Pickard, Jessica Doby, Bentley McCrary, Haley Roth, Katie Sinex, Mia Joseph, Quinn Murray, okay, that's it. Brianna Chinchuli. This is a wonderful group of young ladies that I had the pleasure to work with. They put a lot of effort into their school and their sport the whole season. We finished our season with a 15-5 record. We were undefeated in region, against region teams, and we were playing some of our best volleyball against some of the larger local schools where they really came through. One of my favorite matches was when we were playing against Bethlehem Christian. We were down and had to go to a third set, and we were down 20-11, but these girls never gave up, so they came back to win the game. This really shows a lot about their character and how they work together and support each other in everything they do. Thank you. Our Cavalier Award goes to a player who was one of our team captains. She led the team on the court with her serving, setting, passing, and hitting. She's an inspiration to her teammates. She finished the season with 29 aces, 42 kills, and 63 assists. She's a hard worker, and it was my pleasure to be her coach. That would be E. Nesbitt. Our Coaches Award goes to a player who finished the season with our highest serving percentage at 94%, which is pretty good for a season. And although she was one of our setters with 72 assists, she also had our highest hitting percentage on the team. She's also one of our team captains. She went beyond just playing on the court to being a leader among the team, both on and off the court. And her competitive spirit always led us to play our best. And that would be Mia Joseph.
JV volleyball team. Thank you, ladies. Okay, I'd like to call up the 2018 varsity volleyball team. The freshman, Jesse Rosenblum. Sophomore, Virginia Chu. Sophomore, Angela Shaver. The junior, Josie Stevens. Senior captain, Grace Forgay. Senior, Ansley Ivy. Senior captain, Mary Ellen Jones. Senior, Sarah Murray. Senior, Maggie Pennington. Senior captain, Jamie Rosenblum. say my thank yous too, because as we all know, here working at Prep and in any facet of our school, sports and arts, academics, there's a lot of people that help make programs as great as they are. So I'd like to thank Coach Holodak and his assistant, Richard Holland, Mr. Jives, and Mr. Eustace for their support this year. I'd like to thank our new trainer who's doing a wonderful job, Matt Noel. Of course, our parents, which are really the glue that keeps all of our programs together, for all your support this year, especially Team Mom, Gwen Rosenblum, and her trusty sidekick, Dr. Bill. Students and faculty, for all your support when you come to matches. Senior night was great. We had the 6 senior big heads out there in the stands, and the student support was wonderful. It was a special night. I'd also like to thank Hannah Rogers, our Coach 3. She kind of came in as a graduate assistant and helped out. And then Coach Connie Spearman, who I've been coaching with for 11 years here at Augusta Prep. She did a wonderful job with the JV team, leading them to an 15-5 record. To recap the year, the 2008 campaign began with 2 goals, and typically the same goals we have every year, but they had a little different meaning this year. Our 2 goals were to win region and to compete for a state title. Having not won region last year for only the 2nd time in 16 years, the girls and coaches had a lot of motivation to put some more numbers on our banner in the gym. Overall, the team finished 21-8, playing 13 matches against GHSA schools, with signature wins against Harlem twice, Evans, Aquinas, and Richmond Academy, also to be known as the Jones versus Jones match, and the Prep Jones won. In region, we accomplished goal number 1 by winning region, 15th in school history, and goal number 2 was also accomplished because the team did make it to the Final Four, made it to the semis, and came very close to getting into the championship match. They fought hard to the end, and I'm very proud of you for that. As far as individual awards, we were blessed with 5 all-region players. When you win region, there's more hardware. I'd like to call up our 5 all-region players, well-deserved best players in the region. Begin with Maggie Pennington. Grace Forgay. Jamie Rosenblum. Nate Shea. It's not every year we have all-state players, but again, we were fortunate to have 2 make it to the all-state team. Only 12 girls in the state that make all-state. Our 2 all-state award winners are Virginia Chu and Jamie Rosenblum. Coaches always say it's hard to give awards, and with a team this deep and this balanced, I can concur. First time I will not be given a coach's award, because quite frankly, I would want to give out 10. But we have 2 Cavalier Awards this year. The first Cavalier Award goes to a young lady who led the team in kills and passing percentage. She was 2nd on the team in digs and aces. She's a fiery competitor that made those around her better. She hated losing any game, even if it was 4 square in practice. And she's a player that other coaches feared and her teammates loved. Virginia Chu. Our second Cavalier Award goes to a senior that led on and off the floor. She was a 2-year captain and played much taller than she had any business doing, as represented by leading the team in blocks. Her leadership and amazing attitude will be missed next year. Our next Cavalier Award winner is Jamie Rosenblum. In closing, I'm very proud of this team. It's a team that I wish I could keep coaching at least another match. Not because playing in the state final would be an amazing experience, but they were just a great group of young ladies to coach. They were fun, they were fierce, and fundamentally sound. That's how they achieved so much this season. Thank you so much, ladies. Your 2018 Lady Cavalier volleyball team. And lastly, while the girls are walking off, I want to say a big thank you to Tom Holliday. I appreciate his 17 years of leadership, most importantly, friendship. Tom, you will be missed. No, you're not gone yet. You will be missed, but you'll be never forgotten. Thanks so much.
We're now going to recognize our girls and boys cross-country squads. We're going to do it just a little different this year. We work together every day, travel to meets together, so they're going to be brought up in a little bit different format than we normally do. Reagan Kennedy, Ryan Chen, Daniel Nesbitt, Kevin Chen, Chad Perry, I've been coaching a long time. I think this is the first time I've ever had a cross-country runner get homecoming king. Freshman Jimmy Reardon, PR of 21:09. Freshman Stephen Joseph, PR of 20 minutes 54 seconds. Sophomore Eric Henson, PR 2012. Junior William Mayfield, PR 21:54. Senior William Smith, PR 21:10. Junior Josh Krasson, PR 20:03, he's number 49 on the all-time list with a time of 19:46. Junior Hayes Warlick is number 45 on the all-time list of 19:30. Senior Hannah Grabowski, number 46 on the all-time list, time of 23:19. Freshman Taylor Hunt, time of 24:55. Senior Elizabeth Pipkin, 24:29. Junior Gray Barbie, 18:25, he's number 24 on the all-time list. Senior Elena Kaler, she was our number 7 runner, she's number 21 on the all-time list, 21:37. Senior Kyla Gratz, number 7 runner, number 21 on the all-time list, 18:10. Senior Sally Wilson, number 6 runner, all-region, number 16 on the all-time list, 20:55. Junior Mackenzie Liu, PR of 22 minutes flat. She was our number 5 runner, all-region, and she's number 29 on the all-time list. She improved 2 minutes from being an alternate on last year's squad. Sophomore Colin Schmuck, 18:01, all-region. He was our number 5 runner, number 17 on the all-time list. Sophomore Alex Schmuck, 17:45, our number 4 runner, number 14 on the all-time list. Senior Xenia Nava, number 4 runner, all-region, number 11 on the all-time list, 2040. Freshman Betty Joseph, Our number 3 runner, all-region, all-state, number 7 on the all-time list, 20 minutes and 20 seconds. Freshman, Ben Mana, our number 3 runner, all-region, all-state, number 12 on the all-time list, 17:36. Senior, Trey Farmer, number 2 runner, all-region, all-state, he's number 7 on the all-time list. Unfortunately, he's on a college visit today. Freshman, Amy Reardon, our number 1 runner, all-region, all-state, number 6 on the all-time list, 20 minutes, 7 seconds. Junior, Jack Collier, our number 1 runner, all-region, all-state. He was the individual region champion. He was runner-up at state and is our current record holder of 16:38. Now I'd like to have 3 very special individuals come up together. Senior, Dalton Lott, co-captain, he's number 25 on the all-time list, 1828. Senior, Colin Bertram, co-captain, heart and soul of our squad, all-region, number 5 on the all-time list, 1654. And senior, Molly Joseph, co-captain, all-region, all-state, tremendous competitor, number 3 on the all-time list, 1914. It was another good year for both squads here at Prep. Both teams were very competitive in most of our meets and were facing a tall task of replacing some of our top runners from last year. We had 7 new members to the program, many of which made an immediate impact on our program. The boys team had a lot of depth, which helped us. As an example of our depth, we could have left our top 4 runners at home at the region meet, and we still would have won the region championship, as we had 10 of the top 15 runners. We practice on a daily basis and put all runners in different groups based on ability, which helps everyone push each other in practice and prepare for competition. We competed in 6 large invitational meets with at least 25 schools. Most of these are 5A to 7A public schools and some of the top teams from South Carolina and North Carolina. And we wanted to compete against this in order to prepare us for region and state. Highlights were the girls winning region for the 3rd consecutive year and defending our state title where they dominated the entire field of 16 squads. The boys team for capturing their 7th consecutive team title, region team title. The boys team for capturing the region runner-up title. Maybe most importantly, the character and sportsmanship demonstrated by our boys squad at the state meet when we missed the state title by 1 point. We have set the bar very high for our program, so it was tough, even with a runner-up title, that 14 other teams would have killed for. I was very proud of how we were there for each other. Special thanks to our parents that survived 2-a-days in early August, and those that helped with the Prep Invitational and the region meet, and those that traveled to many of our away meets. Kudos to Amber Palermo for your great help throughout the entire season. Special thanks to Greg Howard for serving as our team mom for the past 2 years, making sure we had plenty of snacks and drinks for our away meets, and serving as a chaperone on a few occasions at our away meets. My motto has always been that championships are won during preseason training. I hope that all of our returning Harriers will put the necessary hard work in over the summer as you prepare for 2019. Award winners, as you always say, the old cliche is always hard to pick out. This year we had all the runners vote for the awards this year. Our Boys Coaches Award. This young man had a very good season for Prep. As a returning varsity runner from last year and one of our top runners, he was determined from the onset of the season to demonstrate his talent and hard work every day in practice. He fought through an early season injury and was a great leader by example with his work ethic. He's one of the finest young men I've ever had the privilege of coaching in my career, and his presence would be sorely missed next year. Senior Colin Bertram. MVP award. This young man had 5 top 7 finishes during the season, including the individual region championship and state runner-up. He handles the pressure well in big meets, which is clearly evident by the results at region and at state. A very talented runner that our school community still has 1 more year to watch, junior Jack Collier. The 2 award winners for the girls squad represent what every coach looks for in a student athlete. Great student, great work ethic, and a team player. Our coach's award goes to a young lady who's been one of our top runners for 4 years. She's one of the top runners in the area, and nobody works harder than her in practice. She'll be sorely missed next year. She takes her talents to the next level. It's been an honor and a privilege to have coached her, senior Molly Joseph. MVP award. This young lady had big shoes to fill when she arrived for practice on July 30th at 6:30 a.m. We had lost 2 All-State runners from last year's squad, and I knew she had some talent by watching her in some of the middle school meets earlier last year. It was obvious that she put the miles in over the summer. The last 50 meters of the state meet summed up her tenacity as she passed the competitor that edged her out at the region meet for the individual title. She has a very bright future and is only a freshman, Amy Reardon. In closing, I want to thank all of you one additional time for your efforts throughout the season. We produce a lot of great memories that should be cherished for a long period of time. Cross country is not a primetime sport that's watched on TV or witnessed by big crowds on a Friday night. It's a 7-day-a-week sport with long hills, long runs, and repeat miles in the heat, cold, and rain. There are no timeouts, substitutions, or halftime, and each competitor is asked to run 5,000 meters till their lungs are ready to burst and their legs are aching. Our sport is your sport's punishment. We will miss all of our seniors, and I welcome the remaining members of the squad back next year and anyone else who is willing to work hard and compete with a very special group of athletes. Here's your 2018 state champion varsity girls cross country team and our 2018 varsity boys state runner-up. In closing, thanks again for a very good full season. We ask that all award winners please come up to the stage here in a few moments for a group photo taken by Chris Day. Don't forget to support both football and the theater this weekend. Tonight, the Crucible opens up at 6:30. Mission fee for adults, $10. Students are free. Tomorrow night, varsity football versus Bellwood, 7:30. First round of the GSA state playoffs. Admission fees for adults is $10, students $8. And then Saturday, if you want to come the second time, the Crucible also at 6:30. Next week, we'll have our first home basketball contest on the 16th. Varsity basketball versus Curtis Baptist at 6 and 7:30. JV girls will start it all off versus Evans High School at 4:30. And then we'll also have our first swim meet at Augusta Aquatic Center on Tuesday, December 4th, in the Lakeside High School meet. Seniors dismissed.